and they can't stick by it, they get very, very depressed. They feel like they failed. So we make the annual plan around what they can do or what they can realistically do. So now, we know we're going to start our cuts phase for fitness in the beginning of April. The most important thing we need for cuts is we need to get more nerve input, because it's really muscle endurance for sport. We need more nerve input. So what we need is, we need a good period, maybe 6 to 8 weeks of maximum strength. Because this is the phase where we're going to harden the muscles, we're going to get stronger. In fitness, the muscles are going to get harder and tighter. So we need this 8 weeks in here. So that leaves us with a month of January. What we got to look at in January is when we start a program with somebody comes in, a fitness program, we're going to start the program. But now we need a week to show these people the exercises. Okay? Now we need a week to test them. So now we have a testing week. So the beginning of the program is going to take some realistic time that we have to take into consideration when we start. So now we only got 2 weeks for this activation phase. But what we could do is we could stretch the activation phase into another week, say in February. But then we have another week in February where we have to take the second test. Because again, we're not in the old-time sports world where we could just say, okay, take a test today, get ready tomorrow. Because as a personal trainer, if I take a test from you today, I'm going to give you an extra workout for the next week, because if I take your test today, I may not have time tomorrow or the next day to do your next phase. So these are the things you have to take into consideration. This is how you start a program. Now, depending on what time of year you start the program is how this program goes. Because now we can come, because remember, during each of these periods, you're taking result sheets with people. Now, there's plenty of result sheets here. There's plenty of result sheets in the book. Because this was what I feel makes TBI stand out. Hey, you're getting strength results every month. If your strength is going up, we have a plan to do it. We monitored it. Now we can evaluate it. And now what we do is we can say, we guarantee results. Because we have a plan to how this works out. And then the same thing when you go through for a realistic part of the next year is, so we have July and August as maintenance. When you give people maintenance in fitness, you have to give them a program that they can deal with. And that's why with your clients, you have to look at the client and say, what are you going to do? I mean, it's great. Are you going to go to the gym twice a week? No, man, I'm going to go to the beach twice a week. Okay, can you do 10 push-ups on the beach? Yeah, okay. If you get them to do anything, and you can find out individually what they need to do, then you have a maintenance. Now we come to September again. Now we've went through this whole process in September, so now what we're really doing here is we're building up. Now we have a month for activation, because after people take the first test, and you'll see how our testing structure is set up, it's pretty easy, it's pretty easy to take the second test. So now we can go through activation, we have a maximum strength phase or a hypertrophy phase, whatever you want to do, and then of course in December you're going to run into the holidays again, so you may have a maintenance phase. These are the basic phases of a fitness program. These are the basic concepts of, depending on what time of year you set it up, is how you design the program with keeping in mind what the person's realistic part of their life is. Now we go down to sports. We're going to start the same athlete in sports and say his competitive season is, let's pick we can pick, this athlete starts in January, they go to April, and they go to March, May, let me see here. their program goes from October season goes to March. If I'm going to start a program in January,